Hello and welcome to Goa 365's Face to Face. Today we are discussing this disqualification petition filed by the Congress in the Supreme Court and the notice sent by the Supreme Court to the Speaker. With us is the main proponent of this whole exercise, Goa Pradesh Congress Committee President Mr. Girish Chodankar. Girish, welcome. Girish, it's been very interesting time since the elections when you all got 17 MLAs and then 1 MLA and then some MLAs and then ultimately you all filed in the Speaker. What is the status of that? Nobody knows because it's been long time. Then you all went to the Supreme Court. But this present admission of this petition in the Supreme Court has obviously shaken up the government and the BJP to the extent that they had to call a meeting of the MLAs yesterday. So could you, before we get into a detailed discussion, could you give us a status of what is the present situation, including the politics?
See, this government which is basically formed on the immoral methods, going against the verdict of the people of Goa. The people of Goa rejected this government, but some people got together, self-centered, who has betrayed the people of Goa, gone against the wishes of people of Goa, and made a first mistake of forming the government against the wishes of Goa. So by making one mistake, then the hundreds of mistakes followed thereafter. And to strengthen their government, this BJP, which has a lot of money power, they have abused the money power to buy the MLAs. Recently they have purchased 10 MLAs from us by using the illegal means without giving any respect to the 10th schedule of the Constitution. So after their illegal merger on 10th July, we filed, in my name I filed disqualification petition before the Speaker.
Well, let me just interrupt you here for a moment, Girish. Now, the disqualification petition was filed by the Goa Pradesh Congress Committee President, Mr. Girish Chodankar. Is that clear? Am I?
Very clear, very clear.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So I filed it on 8th of August, immediately after consulting various legal luminaries. And then the Speaker, who is bound to follow his duties as per the Constitution. The Constitution of India has clearly marked his role when it comes to the disqualification petition. So he is supposed to be a neutral person and he should give a justice to the petitioner by giving a timely hearing to that petition, which our Speaker has completely failed. Only just 2 hearings he had during that 9 months period. Now it is almost 9 months, minus lockdown it is 7. They were just called only us. So I was represented by my lawyer. In the second hearing, the notice was issued to all of them. So they also appeared and they sought a time. We objected to the time and we reminded the Speaker about the latest Supreme Court order, which says that outer limit to decide about to dispose about the disqualification petition by the Speaker is 3 months. So March, April, May, they should have completed by 30th of May. But the Speaker just ignored and refused to perform his duty under the Constitution, and that has compelled us to move to the Supreme Court for directing the Speaker to dispose my petition at the earliest. My prayer is to direct the Speaker to dispose the petition within the time limit. My second prayer was to direct the Speaker to give the directions to drop these 3 ministers against whom the disqualification petition is pending.
You mean former CLP leader?
But there is Babu Kawalekar, Jennifer Mansurat and Philip Neri.
Okay.
Because when the disqualification petition is pending against them for more than 9 months, then they have no right to continue as a minister. And my third prayer is that the MLA should be restrained from entering the assembly and performing as the MLA. So
Okay.
this power under section 142 only Supreme Court can exercise, and there are previous rulings on that. The certain powers, the High Court, even the presidents of the Supreme Court cannot become the power of the High Court. So it has to be with the Supreme Court. So certain prayers that we have made before the Honorable Speaker, Supreme Court, those powers the High Court does not have.
So now, Girish, tell me now, the speaker is supposed to be the custodian of disqualification and now, and now what's happened? The Supreme Court has admitted your bid. That itself has what he's shaken up a lot of things in the state politically, I say, and then notices have been sent to the speaker. So what notice? What is the speaker like? What do you expect that's going to happen? Just I wanted to know from the legal point of view, from a procedural point of view, you feel.
See, I think if the speaker has some morality left in him, some respect left for him, for the Constitution of India, especially the 10th schedule, he would have immediately disposed the petition before the next hearing of the Supreme Court. The directives is actually a very serving the notice to the speaker and the 10 MLAs. It itself proves that our speaker has failed to uphold the Constitution and the constitutional obligation.
So you feel it's a very important step that this, it's a very important, may not be legally as well as perception wise, very important that.
I will go by the legalities of my petition. Because see, what I am challenging is the very fact that they have merged a legislative party into a political party.
Which is not, doesn't make any sense.
The 10th schedule recognizes only the political party, and they are confusing a political party with a legislative party. Now basically disqualification म्हणजे कायद्यान कितें केलं आशिल्लें पयलीं खंयचो एक MLA इलेक्ट जातालो आनी तो आपल्या वोटरांक विचारनासतना जावं कांय डिसिजन घेनासतना दुसरे पार्टीक जॉइन जातालो, मे बी एक MLA दोन. सो हे सगळें बंद करपाक, हेका सगळें कंट्रोलाक हाडपाक तेजेर डिबेट जालो पार्लमेंटाक, आनी पार्लमेंटाक जो डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन आशिल्लें तें एक्ट आशिल्लो तो अमेंड केलो आनी 10th शेड्यूल एक न्यू प्रोविजन्स केली. ती प्रोविजन्स अशी केली की डिफेक्शन जावची न्ही म्हणून, डिफेक्शन जावची न्ही म्हणून, आनी तेजी बोणी रोखडीच केली, गोंयांकूच केली की गोंयांक सगळे डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशनाचेर रिसर्च जाता. सो
रिसर्च मीन्स एज अ फर्स्ट टेस्टिंग ग्राउंड.
सो इजदोर फेर्नांडीस जो काणकोणचो MLA आशिल्लो आमचो काँग्रेसचो, तो तेणे डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशनाचे न्यू लॉ जो जाल्लो तेजेर रिसर्च स्टार्ट केलो. सो तेजी पळवाट कितें, तुका डायरेक्ट मर्ज जावपाक शकना, तूं रिजायन जावन जॉइन जावप. सो तो रिजायन जालो आनी BJPन जॉइन जालो आनी कॉन्टेस्ट केलो आनी परत तेका लोकांनी जिखलो आनी तो जिखलो. He won that election. Okay, so this is one way where to avoid the disqualification, the MLAs resign and recontest. That's okay. That's a fair way, and that is what the disqualification is intended at. You resign, face the people, and go. There is other way that a party can be merged. एक पार्टी दुसरी पार्टी मर्ज जाता, दोन पार्टी एक जाता.
Totally.
As example घेतले सेव गोवा फ्रंट काँग्रेसीन मर्ज जाले. सो तेन्ना पॉलिटिकल पार्टीन डिसिजन घेतले, त्यांच्या आमदारांनी डिसिजन घेतले मर्ज जावचे म्हणून. पूण लॉ करता आसतना, कायदो करता आसतना तेणी अशी हें घेतल्या की सगळे पावर बॅलन्स केल्यात. म्हणजे पार्टीकूय पावर दिल्यात आनी तेजे लेजिस्लेटिव्ह जे विंग आसा म्हणजे MP जावं MLA तांकांय पावर दिल्या, म्हणजे दोगांकूय बॅलन्स केल्यात. म्हणजे कोण व्हडलो आनी कोण ल्हान न्ही. सो खंयचोय जर मर्जर जातलो एज पर 10th शेड्यूल जाल्यार जी पार्टी मर्ज जाता दुसरे पार्टीक, त्या पार्टीन पयली डिसिजन घेवपाक जाय. आपल्या जी तेजी हायेस्ट डिसिजन मेकिंग बॉडी आसा तेणी की आपली पॉलिटिकल पार्टी आमी दुसरी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीक मर्ज करतात. पूण ती डिसिजन त्या आमदारांचे अप्रुवल नासतना, आमदारांचे एग्रीमेंट नासतना जावपाक शकना. म्हणून 10th शेड्यूल कितें म्हणटा, the legislative wing of that particular party should agree. The 2/3 all may not agree to join. पूण तेजे 2/3 join जावपाक जाय.
Yeah. So
2/3 जाल्यार
correct.
म्हणटकीर तांकां आमी एक say मेळटा.
Okay.
So they have misused the provision, saying that the 2/3 of the MLAs, the law is very clear. Moment a party leaderships decide, or the party office bearers by resolution decides to merge that political party into another political party, what law has done, the law has balanced the party and the legislative wing. If just party decides to merge, party cannot be merged unless it is supported by 2/3 MLAs of that particular party.
Okay.
And that is what exactly was done by the Save Goa Front. They have passed a resolution at a party level, and then it was supported by 2/3 of MLAs to merge that Goa Front, the Save Goa Front, into the Congress party.
So the party is the place where the decision should be taken to merge, whatever it might be. It has to be the
Yes.
party, the office
Absolutely.
bearer, the
You
president.
have taken, you have hit the nail exactly.
But here it was the direct opposite.
Here it is exactly. They have only taken
You were the president at that time.
I am the president. We
You
have
were
taken
at that
our-
time also,
Yes.
and you still are the president.
I am still the president. On the contrary, we have passed a resolution against the defectors. Our AICC also exists,
Yes.
because now recently the election commission has recognized our party in Goa when we contested Zilla Panchayat elections.
Yes.
Because our candidate contested elections on the party symbol. Subsequently in Delhi, our candidates contested and won Rajya Sabha elections on our party. So that means the Indian National Congress, that is Goa Pradesh Congress Committee, still continues,
Very much alive.
very much alive.
Yes.
So where is the question of Congress party merging with the BJP?
Absolutely.
So it's very crystal clear. That is why, that is the reason, because Speaker knows that he has done something wrong, completely against the law, and that is why he is not disposing my petition.
But he has allowed the merger. That's what is wrong. You're saying. What are you saying?
He has, everything what they do at midnight. Even the 10 MLAs meeting that they have called yesterday, I just read, it was a night. The merger happened night. The joining of our MLAs also happened night. So everything happens night. They don't do anything daytime. So it's a nighttime robbery, clear cut. So if you dare to merge, they should have merged it following the proper guidelines of the law. They should have followed the law. They have done it illegally. Completely, they have done it illegally.
Yeah. Now the speaker, Rajesh Patnekar has allowed this merger. This is point I was saying. He has allowed this merger, right? At that time.
Yes, he has allowed the merger illegally.
Yeah. So how do you expect him to rule against his own ruling?
Yeah, but that is the law which I have to follow.
Now I want to know. Now when did this exactly? When did this defection or merger happen? How long back? This is 9.
It is exactly. I filed a petition 9 months, but it happened 10 months back.
So 10
It
months.
it has happened on 10th July 2019.
So ideally, if they had resigned, they would have had to seek re-election within 6 months.
So see if they were disqualified. So we have to see how the disqualification is interpreted.
But assume, then they would
So
have.
they can be
Best case scenario.
disqualified maybe for this term.
Okay.
So that means they are not able to contest, or they may be disqualified for 6 years. So in that case, they cannot contest another term also. So it depends on how the court will interpret the disqualification.
With this, we will continue after the break. But with this, we move into a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Girish Bab, disqualification, we spoke. Disqualification पेपरार येता, टीव्हीचेर येता, सगळे येता. बट एक कॉमन मॅनाक हे डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन तुम्ही कशें म्हणून हे करूंक कशें म्हणून एक्सप्लेन करूंक शकता
Yeah, I
तुम्ही?
know. See, this disqualification petition itself लोकां भितर एक वेगळो हें आसा, लोकां भितर आमचे बेजिकली सुप्रीम कोर्टान ते एक्सेप्ट करतकर म्हाका दिसता आमच्या काँग्रेसमॅना भितर वेगळो तरेचो कॉन्फिडन्स येयलो, लोकां भितर येयला. लोकांक तिडक आसा की हेणी इलिगल मिन्स यूज केल्यात, पयशांचो पावर यूज केला आनीक MLAंक परचेस केल्यात.
Now, okay. Now, this is the legal part. Ata mache, let us go into the political issue. Now, the minute, the surprising part, ironical, surprising, whatever you call it, the minute that order came from Supreme Court, immediately, कितें केलें CMान एक meeting हे केली. One side. Second thing, we started getting information. ते गोवा फॉरवर्ड पार्टीचे आमदाराक अप्रोच जाल्ले. ऑफकोर्स आय हॅव पर्सनली स्पोकन टू वन or two MLAs. One or two did not pick up my phone, but one thing. So you feel that the BJP सद्याक मातशी आल्ल्या because of the notice, or otherwise what is the reason to have a meeting of all the Congress MLAs in the middle of the major COVID pandemic and with cases rising? I don't know, this is politically, because I want to go into this political little more, because the head of this political party whose MLAs were allegedly approached happens to be a part of the NDA. This is from what we know. I don't know if anything has changed from now. You will be able to be in a better position to talk to us about that.
See, this BJP party itself, they don't have any morals, no principles. For power, they will sell anybody.
Or buy anybody.
And they will buy anybody. They don't compromise anything for power.
Okay.
For them, power is everything.
Okay.
By hook or a crook, by any means, they want to have the power.
Win elections.
Winning election, you sacrifice anything. You sacrifice country. If you want, you sacrifice military, army, anything they will do. If you want, they will sell God also. Because the last election 2012, they almost sold God. देवाक सुद्दां फटी म्हणून घरांनी घालपाक भोंवताले ते. पूण देवाक तेणी फटयले. म्हणजे ते कोणाकूय फटयता, मनशांक तर फटोवपाक तांकां कांयच न्ही. तो ते देवा फटोवन तेणी बसयल्लें आसा. सो तांकां बाय हूक ऑर अ क्रूक, रिटेनिंग पॉवर इज देयर अल्टिमेट. यू गो टू एनी पार्ट ऑफ दीस कंट्री, कशें करून तांकां पॉवर जाय. सो दे आर जस्ट पॉवर हंग्री. आणि गोंयांत तेणी आतां डिस्क्वॉलिफिकेशन पिटिशनान, कारण ते इमिजिएटली 10 स्टेप्स मुखार चिंततात. सो हे डिस्क्वॉलिफाय जाले जाल्यार तांकां आनी कितें प्रोविजन, कारण आमी फायल करतकच डेफिनेटली MGPचे पिटिशन आसा 2. सो 10+2 फ्रॉम द 27, 12 MLAs will be disqualified.
You are sure of this?
I'm confident because it's illegal, no? Their merger is illegal. Whether it's a MGP's merger or our merger, both mergers are illegal. So it cannot stand in front of law. So they are bound to go home. Only the timing, whether they will go home after 1 month or 2 months. But they will go home is a certain. There is no doubt about it. And Speaker knows about it. Chief Minister knows about it. And any lawyer who knows the basic law will tell you that the merger is illegal.
So that's why they have approached these other parties?
I tell you, they are working 2 steps fast. So they are already started working to buy more MLAs.
Okay.
And they can do anything. They have money. तेंचे कडेन इतले पयशे आसात, ते कशें करून तुका हें करतात, कितेंय करपा आसात. सो हेजे मुखार ते इलेक्शन लडपा सोदपा ना. ते फक्त पयशे घेवन बसतले, कोण जिखता ते MLA परचेस करपाचे.
But this party is part of the NDA, that Girish you forgot.
Yeah, but MGP was also party of NDA, and they were supporting them.
They were supporting the government. Correct.
So they केन्ना कोणाक विकत आनी केन्ना कोणाक सॅक्रिफायस करत, you can't trust them. But
now, I don't know, I don't know, possibly a little controversial, but this same party chief had written to change, the chief minister had written to the prime minister to change. तुझेर कितें this Goa Forward party, this BJ Sardesai had written to Delhi, to the BJP to change this. You are aware of?
Yeah, I read it on the paper.
Okay.
But I think some media also asked me about it. But I felt that it's a family matters of BJP.
Family matters. How do you say it?
Because see, Goa Forward is a part of NDA.
Okay. Still
So,
no. That's what I was asking you
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
It's still a part of NDA. You're sure about this?
Yeah, yeah, they are
Confirm.
part of NDA.
Okay.
Okay, and all the NDA are the extended family of BJP.
Hmm.
So Goa Forward Vijay is also part of extended family of BJP. So if one part is asking to change their leader, so it is a leadership crisis within the BJP's extended family. So where we have no role, because their one partner is asking to change their chief minister leader. So what we can do as a Congress, because we are in opposition, we are fighting the BJP as a whole. So his point is that because this chief minister dropped him as a minister, so he maybe wanted to change the chief minister. So we have no role in that. We cannot even comment on that because
Okay.
it's a family affairs of
Internal matters.
of BJP's extended family.
But तुम्ही म्हणाले the people BJP always say that Congress is on family Raj now. Basically, you're saying that BJP is as good or
No,
worse.
they have a large family. There's one family called
Parivar.
RSS and RSS extended family.
Okay.
Now they have BJP and BJP's extended family. So all the NDA partners are the BJP's extended family.
Okay, that's a very interesting.
Yeah. So how
take on
Congress
that.
can comment on their family affairs? It's internal family affairs of BJP.
Fair enough, absolutely. It's fair enough. But I don't know how Vijay would take this explanation of yours. But anyway, it makes sense. It's logical, at least, what you're saying. Now, one more political, looking forward now, you are saying within a couple of months, if not today, tomorrow, ultimately, they are all going to get disqualified. So 10 plus 2, no, 12. So 17, 10, 17, 13, back to 13. So, are you all planning, ready for elections? What is the next step? Kite, or is it going to be dissolution? What do you feel? What is the way forward for
See,
for
I can't
Goa?
comment on that political situation
But
today.
you all must be prepared because
No,
I'm
we are
sure
preparing-
planning is there.
We are preparing for next assembly elections, which are in the month of March 2022.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
2
So
years since.
we have already identified candidates against all those who have left us. In some constituencies, we are still working. Some constituencies are little difficult, but still we are working. But many of these constituencies where these 10 MLAs have
left.
gone, plus
Mm.
earlier 2 MLAs, 3 MLAs. So altogether 13 MLAs have left from our party. So for them, they have given us opportunity to create a new leadership in this constituency. Now there are doubts among the people of Goa, and those doubts, I don't blame people. आता लोकांक ब्लेम करून जायना की लोकांक पळयला की काँग्रेसींक हे कोण वयता तांकां हाडटा परत
Yeah, in fact, wait. Let me just stop. Let me stop you on this. Let me put this to you. It's been a history of the Congress. History. I have seen
agree.
this. I have seen this. You have seen this. You've been the Youth Congress president. We have been in media. We've been activists. We've been in politics. We have seen this. That the Congress, like Churchill said, is like a sea. And they say homecoming is no defection. Is this going to be the same? These 10 MLAs, are they going to come back? Given that many of them still have a strong connections in the Congress, are they going to be allowed to come back? And if they do, what you feel the people should do to the Congress? See, you are a people, I'm just putting a little bit because I know you for many years. You are a people's person. You know the pulse of the people. You've not come up from top. You've not had a family, godfather or whatever. You've come up from top. So what you feel the people should do to the Congress in case this happens?
See, we have made all these mistakes.
You admit that
I
this has
admit, I
happened?
admit. This has happened. And even this has happened during my tenure where Babush was given a ticket.
Correct.
So when Babush was given ticket, so many people from Panjim itself came and said, if you want to defeat BJP, the Babush is the right candidate. But people are also asking me some questions, whether after getting elected, whether he'll remain with the Congress. And people asked him, and he replied that I will never leave Congress. But after getting elected, I think for our party leaders also, enough is enough. Now there is a strong perception which is very difficult to change. Only by action it can change. That these people who have defected or who has betrayed, they should not be taken back.
Right.
This is a strong feeling among the people. And लोकांक कितें दिसता काँग्रेस तांकां घेतले म्हणून. But I am very firm on this. Approaching the Supreme Court that is also one of the reasons that we want to send a very strong signal to the people of Goa. Enough is enough. So, and these people who have gone, because some of our senior leaders also many times meet them, they talk. They are also convinced that I am going to oppose them. They also say that this your party president will not take us back. They are also very much clear, and I am happy about it. That these MLAs who have defected are convinced by themselves that there is a party president who will oppose them. I am very happy.
Let me interrupt. Now, see, yours is a national party. Tomorrow we have seen what happens. Tomorrow, if a call comes from your high command, as they call it, what are you going to do? Are you going to say, okay, sir, fine, swallow, finish, or are you going to take
I will make it one more thing clear, because for everything people blame high command.
Yes.
Our high command never takes any decision.
It's the local.
From Delhi. All decisions are taken locally, but just to make it acceptable, they say it is taken by Delhi. Even the Babush's entry, giving him nomination, Delhi was against it. But it was the local leaders who said Babush should be taken. So all the decisions are taken locally. Delhi will never force you any decision. As far as I know, the Congress High Command will never force you any decision. And especially when I'm talking about Rahul Gandhi is very clear on such decision. And his stand on the defectors also is very clear. So I don't think Delhi will pressurize. And people, you can take example of Jilla Panchayat elections. You feel there was no pressure on the Congress party. But these Jilla Panchayat elections, we wanted to send a very clear signal to the people of Goa. That whatever it may not have a very strong candidate in terms of perception. But many senior leaders, they feel about the winnability. Who is the winnability? Is that the candidate? Is the people? If the people decide to elect some particular person, the winnability lies with the people, not with the candidate. So that is what we are taking people for granted. आम्ही लोकांक गृहीत धरता की लोक ह्या कॅन्डिडेटा फाटल्यान
because he is part of the Congress.
Yeah, but now the time has changed. The political syllabus has changed. The political mindset of the people also changed, and people are 10 steps ahead of what we think. We think that people don't understand, but people are 10 steps ahead of us.
So basically,
these Jilla Panchayat elections, we had enough pressure. I will not name the constituencies. That this political policy, you don't put a candidate compromise here. Not there, both ways, north, south, everywhere. But we have seen that we have put the candidates wherever we can.
Also, another perception which happens in the Congress and political parties, that they say no candidates. It's for taken for some favor, some X, Y. I will not like to put on you. And then the candidates are selected in India. But what you're trying to say is no. The local leaders have a very, very big say on the way the candidates are.
Of course, the Delhi will never tell you to give a ticket to X, Y, Z.
This is not what the Congress leaders in Goa have been saying. No, everything is in.
No. That's a perception that is created.
Was created for specific reasons.
For various reasons. There may be exceptions to it. There may be one leader who may be interested in a particular candidate. There may be exceptions. But by and large, our policy is that local leaders should recommend that these are the candidates. This should be done.
I'm aware also what you're talking about, Babush and even Vijay. I'm aware of which are the, I think not only, a lot of people are aware of who wanted and winnability and all that. And we know that you have been opposed to this type of politics. Girish, it's been a very, it's been very nice, very, it was very open discussion we had. And I hope that what you say actually you manage to put in practice, because Goa needs options, and only then possibly we can do.
The moment any politician decide that he is not a power but the people is the power,
then things probably.
The party is not a power but the people is the power. People are the supreme, and we have to bow before the people of people's wish and people's will.
Thank you, Girish. It's been very nice, and keep watching Goa 365.